started off today by doing these three problems using the area model. The corner piece was already set up for you. We did x plus 4 on the left, that's your first factor, see it here. And then we did x plus 3 on the top, that's your second factor that we see here. Remember, draw the overall answer area first, then you draw your lines all the way across and all the way down. And then we can see our answer area. We have an x squared. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 x's. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ones. So that's our answer to it. Next one we're looking at is x plus 2 times x plus 1. So we do our x and 2 on the side, x and 1 on top. Overall area, draw our line down, draw our lines across, and you see we have an x squared, 3 x's, and 2 1s. Our last one we were doing 2x plus 1, which we would draw on the side, times x plus 3x plus 2, which we're drawing on top. Again, the process doesn't change. Draw your overall area first, draw your lines all the way down and all the way across. And then we can see our areas. You see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 x squares. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 x's. And we have 2 constants. Then after going over our practice from the other day, we looked at the pattern that we should see here. If you look at our top left corner in all of them, you will see it's our x squared term. And if you look at the bottom corner in all of them, you see that that's our constant term. The other 2 sections make up our middle term. Here you see the 4 x's and the 3 x's. So it's really made up of 4 multiplication problems. Your x by x, which is here, x squared. Then you have 4 x's and 3 x's. There's your 4 x's and 3 x's. And last, your 12. And so what we're going to do is break this down into those individual answer areas. And instead of drawing it, we're just going to label it. So on the left side, we're going to label a distance of x and 4. On the top, a distance of x and 3. Draw our overall area, split it in between the terms. Okay. And again, you see this top square has a length of x and a width of x. So it's x squared. This one here has a length of x and a width of 3. So it is 3x. Again, it's important that you're looking all the way to the edge as you do that. On this one here, you see we have a height of 4, and again, a width of x. You're getting that from this top number up here, not the area above it. So 4 by x is 4x, and in this last section, you see that it is 4 by 3, giving us an area of 12. So we're still using the area model, only we're not going to be drawing them. We're just going to be writing in the areas based on our labels on each section. So we're doing the same thing here. Our first term has an x and a plus 2. Our second term has an x and a plus 1. We split it into the 4 answer areas. Our top answer area, x by x, is an x squared. Our next one has a height of x and width of 1, that's 1x. Here we have a height of 2 and a width of x, that's 2x. And in our bottom section, we have a height of 2 and a width of 1. Again, you should be able to look back to our actual drawing and see when you have a height of 2 and a width of 1, it has an area of 2. Likewise, in this rectangle where we had a height of 2 and a width of x, a height of 2 and a width of x, it took 2 x pieces. So on this page, we should be making a connection between our drawing and just labeling them. Okay? Still, in the end, you're combining your like terms. The last one here, again, on the left we have 2x and 1. On the top we have 3x and 2, splitting into the 4 answer areas. Looking at this section, that is 2x by 3x. That's this area here, 2x by 3x. We can see that the area of that rectangle is 6x squared. 6x squared. We could also work it out mathematically. 2x times 3x. That's 2 times x, just writing the multiplication, times 3 times x. I can use the commutative property of multiplication and change the order of this to 3 times x. Everything else I haven't touched yet. Copying it down. And then you see I'm doing 2 times 3 to get 6 times x is x squared. So it works. You can see that it works over here, and you can see that it works mathematically. In our next rectangle, it's 2x by 2. 2x by 2 gives me an area of 4x, and you can see that over here. 2x by 2 gives the area of 4x. Our next section is 1 by 3x. That gives us 3x. 1, I'm going to get that label from the side. This distance, we have to look up at the top, 3x, and we multiply. 1 by 3x is 3x. And last, we have 1 by 2, which is 2. On the next page, it's already set up for you with the a and the plus 3 on the left, the a and the plus 2 on top. Your answer areas are set up and waiting to be filled in. Okay, your first square, you should remember back from Pythagorean theorem. We had a square that was a by a. Obviously, that's called an a squared. Next square here, we have a by 2. And this is multiplication, that's 2a. And then we have a square down here that's 3 by a. That's 3a. Those are like terms, they can go together. That's 5a's altogether. Remember, we're multiplying to fill in our areas, and then we're adding as we combine those like terms, those areas. We're putting those areas together. So it's adding to get this answer down here. Multiplying to fill in up here. We're filling in the area. It's 3 by 2. Okay? 3 on the left, 2 all the way at the top. You got to go out to your distance measurements, and that gives you an area of 6. Nothing to put it together with. Okay? So not only can we expand to other variables, we can also work with our positive and negatives, following our rules for multiplication. Okay? Shortcut to those rules. You remember there's tic-tac-toe. If you put a positive down the middle, diagonal, and make all the rest negative, this tells you how your answer will come out. For example, a positive times a negative comes out negative, or a negative times a negative comes out positive. A negative times a positive comes out negative. A positive times a positive comes out positive. No matter how you look, it works for you. So here we have z by z, which is z squared. Next we have z by 8. We label that 8z. Over here we have negative 5 by z. And again, we're multiplying, so that would be negative 5z. And here we have negative 5 by 8. Negative times a positive. Negative times a positive comes out negative. 5 times 8 is 40. Okay. And that will conclude our notes, and that should be enough for you to do the practice problems.